At night, deep in the Karakum Desert, the world falls silent. But far beyond the dunes, something breathes. A circle of fire glows like an eye beneath the earth, flickering with a pulse that has not stopped for more than 50 years. This is not a volcano, not a natural phenomenon. This is the aftermath of a mistake. A drilling accident that spiraled into one of the planet's most terrifying mysteries. A blaze they thought would last a few days. That refuses to die even half a century later. In the heart of the Karakum Desert, where the sand whispers like something ancient turning in its sleep, there is a wound carved into the earth, glowing red against an ocean of darkness. The desert sleeps, but one place never does. A massive circle of fire, burning with a life of its own. Scientists say it could burn for hundreds of years. Locals say it has already forgotten how to die. In 1971, a Soviet drilling team arrived here for what they believed was routine. A standard operation, a quiet extraction. But the ground beneath them fractured, collapsed, and swallowed their equipment whole. Toxic hydrocarbons erupted into the air. Pressurized methane roared upward. They panicked. They made a decision. Burn the gas. It will extinguish in a few days. But those days never came. The crater was enormous. 70 meters across, 30 meters deep, and filled with flames that rose and fell like a living ocean. Inside, temperatures neared 1,000 degrees Celsius. Some nights the fire lunged meters into the air, as if something beneath the sand was breathing back. And from 10 kilometers away, the sky glowed red. The gas is almost pure methane mixed with deadly hydrocarbons. A perfect fuel, a perfect trap, a perfect runaway experiment that no one could control. The fire fed on the earth, and the earth did not stop feeding it. Scientists returned year after year. NOAA measured the crater's emissions. Researchers studied how half a century of uninterrupted fire reshaped the ground below. Geological models revealed something terrifying. The crater was not a surface event. It was a mouth. A doorway into a deeper reservoir, still shifting, still reacting, still alive. Then they found life. Microorganisms thriving in the heat. Creatures built for fire. Their existence inspired new pharmaceutical studies, reshaping what we thought life could be. But the crater also reshaped us. The energy world rewrote its safety protocols. Oil and gas risk models were rebuilt from the ground up. A single leak had become a lesson the entire planet had to learn. Despite its danger, people came. Tourists from every continent stood on its rim, hearts pounding, faces lit by the glow of a pit that should not exist. Drones fell into the flames. Long exposure photos turned the sky molten. TikTok labelled it Hell on Earth POV. And in 2013, explorer George Kourounis descended into the crater's heart. Standing where no human should stand, the world watched. National Geographic called it an eternal fire. BBC named it the gateway to hell. CNN reminded viewers it had burned for 50 years. The New York Times wrote about its rise in tourism. Reuters ignited global arguments about extinguishing it. Lonely Planet ranked it among the scariest places on Earth. Vice filmed people walking its edge. Discovery documented its heat. Science Daily studied its microbes. The Guardian called it Turkmenistan's strangest wound. And then came politics. In 2022, Turkmenistan's president ordered plans to put the fire out. Environmental groups pushed back. Methane emissions were already a global pressure point. But the crater brought money. It carried national symbolism. It represented Soviet-era mistakes. And behind locked doors, energy security talks with Russia deepened the mystery. In a country where information rarely escapes, the crater's future grew darker and quieter. Today, the fire still burns. Uncontrolled, unexplained, unafraid. A single accident, a miscalculation, a choice made in panic. And now, one of the most haunting mysteries on the planet. A flame that refuses to die. A wound the Earth keeps open. A reminder that sometimes we lose control and nature never gives it back. As the flames fade and the desert returns to silence, the screen cools. The red glow of Darvaza slowly dissolves into a haunting white. A flat, endless mirror begins to form, reflecting the sky so perfectly. It becomes impossible to tell where Earth ends and where the heavens begin. Because far from this burning crater lies another impossible place. A world made of glass, storms, and illusions. A place where people vanish into perfect reflections. A place scientists still can't fully explain. Next, Salah de Uyuni, the mirror where reality breaks. If you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, don't forget to like and subscribe. And step with us into the next mystery.